Caitlin Clark, it has been revealed that Ice Cube offered her $1.5 million per game. And this is my favorite thing, is that the big three will use Caitlin Clark in every bit of their promotion.
Caitlin Clark, the superstar who brought women's basketball from the background to the main stage, has shocked the sports world by turning down a massive $15 million contract from Ice Cube's Big Three League. The WNBA breathed a sigh of relief when she rejected it, but at the same time, many jealous players remain bitter, acting as if they deserve the same spotlight, forgetting that without Clark, this story wouldn't even exist.
Clark, did you turn down $15 million? Oh, that's a boss move. Oh, that's a crazy boss move. I understand. You got Nike deals. You got freaking PGA Golf Tour, Live Golf Tour. You got hockey sponsor. I know you got a lot going on, but to turn down 15 M's, unrivaled. If y'all thought a few million and some equity was going to get her to show up and play in your league, you got to know.
This isn't just about money, it's about loyalty, vision, and legacy. At just 23 years old, Clark showed the world that she values fans, the WNBA, and the future of women's basketball more than luxury and quick fortune. While the highest-paid WNBA players earn about $249,244 a year, Clark walked away from enough money to buy an island or at least a dream house with a private basketball court.
$15 million. That's life-changing money for anyone, let alone a rookie athlete. So where did this unbelievable offer come from, and why on earth would Caitlin Clark turn it down? So the offer, as you guys can see on the article on the screen, was from the Big Three, the 3-on-3 basketball league founded by the one and only Ice Cube. And the first offer was already huge, a cool $5 million ball. But in a sign of just how desperate they were to get Clark, they tripled it, blowing it up to a massive.
The Big Three didn't approach Clark with pocket change. They began with a $5 million offer and raised it to a jaw-dropping $15 million for just 10 weeks of play. That equals $1.5 million per game. To put it in perspective, most WNBA players would need to work 6 decades to earn what Clark was offered for one single game.
Caitlin Clark. The Big Three reportedly offered Caitlin Clark $15 million for 10 games. For 10 games. That is insane. That's wild. And it says she declined. That's a lot of chicken to turn down. I can't lie to you. I literally can't. I can't. That is insane. I don't know, bro. $15 million for 10 games. Woo! Woo!
And here's the incredible part. Clark said no. Not maybe, not let me think about it, but a clear, firm thanks, but no thanks. Unlike certain players who throw shade on social media and complain about attention they haven't earned, Clark understands what this moment means for women's basketball and how much bigger it is than herself.
Ice Cube, I'm sorry, my precious CC said no. 15 mil to play in your Big Three league? No, I don't chase the money. Money chase me. You hear me? At the end of the day, she is worth $1 billion. By the time her career ends, I'm telling you, all these other endorsement deals she have, and then make it make sense. Why was she playing a Big Three against NBA players who are stronger than her, which can injure her? You hear me? She would be the smallest person on the court. That wouldn't even make sense. And then I'm thinking, like, y'all probably would try to embarrass her and all of that, bro. Like, it's a lot of undercover hate.
The WNBA went through an emotional roller coaster when they heard about the Big Three's offer. First came denial. There was no way their star player would actually consider leaving. Then came anger. How dare another league try to lure her with serious money? Then bargaining. Maybe they could increase her earnings through endorsements. Depression followed when they realized Clark could make in 10 weeks more than their entire team salary cap allows for a year. Finally came relief, the sweetest they had ever felt, when she turned the offer down.
Caitlin Clark, you so much better than me. The WNBA would have never, hey listen, I would have never stepped foot on that court. $1.5 million per game. Bron don't even make that. And you turned it down for her contract in the WNBA, she gonna make like $400,000. in 4 years. That's the part that I don't really understand about WNBA players. They make so much bread everywhere else. They be making more bread in college. They make more bread overseas. They can make more in Unrivaled, the Big Three. There's so many options, but they still be playing in the WNBA. I don't get it. Go on strike, bro. If there's money like this available, go get it. Don't be loyal to a league that's not.
By rejecting the Big Three, Clark saved the WNBA from a financial and image disaster. She chose Indiana gyms over glamorous promises, showing loyalty instead of chasing money. Her offer was nearly 10 times the WNBA salary cap for an entire team of 12 players. That's how absurd the gap was. While Clark was making the most selfless decision in modern sports, her peers were focused on complaining about how unfair life is.
You want a good example of what it looks like when people are jealous of you? Look at Caitlin Clark. She is undeniably a great basketball player. That is just a fact. Now, there have been a lot of great basketball players before her, and there will be after her. But what we do know is that she is getting a ton of recognition, and that breeds jealousy. When you shine bright and you're really great at what you do, people come for you more because you are great. Notice how much friction there is on the court. There is always someone going up against her. There's always people taking personal offense to her.
The truth is, jealousy is the elephant in the room. Legendary commentator Dick Vitale called it exactly what it is, pure jealousy. The proof? Clark was ranked only 9th among guards by fellow WNBA players in All-Star voting, despite leading the fan votes and finishing high in media rankings. It showed clearly that many players would rather refuse to acknowledge her than admit she has elevated the entire.
WNBA's jealousy of Caitlin Clark has never been more obvious as players vote her the 9th best guard. Yes, you read that right, bro. The WNBA just had their All-Star voting return, and the players voted Caitlin Clark as the 9th best guard in the league. Mind you, this is the same Caitlin Clark that came in breaking every record. She putting up numbers that have never been done in WNBA history. She literally has the entire league on her back. Look down here. This is how many votes she got from the fans. Look, she got 1.2 million All-Star votes. Not only is that a WNBA record, but it breaks her own record from last year when she got 700,000 as a rookie. And this, look, for reference, the top 30 vote getters for the 2023 All-Star game got 1.7 million.
Meanwhile, Clark's actual salary in the WNBA is just $78,668 this season, less than the cost of a luxury car. Yet she created a $36 million economic impact for Indianapolis during her rookie season alone. That's more than some small countries generate. While other stars try to stay relevant by leaking contract details, Clark remains humble. She even laughs about refusing to pay $10 for airplane Wi-Fi. Think about it, she walked away from $15 million but still worries about wasting money on internet mid-flight. That's humility and perspective on another level. She could have turned her back on a league that underpays her, deals with jealous teammates, and faces constant media doubt, but instead she stayed. Not because she's irrational, but because she's visionary.
Her endorsement deals must be pretty decent for her to willingly turn that down, because we know her WNBA salary is nothing to brag about. But for her to do that, I guess I look at it like this. If she were to have accepted that before she even stepped foot on a WNBA court, I could only imagine how they would have treated her. I don't even think she would have made it through half the season. She would have had a season-ending injury for sure. With how rough they were treating her as a rookie and fouling her and just being aggressive with her in comparison to other players, I don't think she would have made it through the season as a rookie. So I guess in a sense that may be a blessing in disguise. It's hard to say a blessing in disguise when you lose out on 15 M's, but nobody knows. That may have been a blessing.
Clark knows her value isn't measured just in money but in impact. She inspires little girls who dream of making logo three-pointers and families who plan trips around WNBA games. Her debut drew 2.1 million viewers, the biggest WNBA audience in 20 years. The Indiana Fever, which only attracted 81,000 fans for the entire 2023 season, surpassed that number in just 5 home games with Clark. When a Fever game had to move from a 4,100-seat arena to a 20,300-seat stadium, and still sold out, it wasn't just basketball, it was a cultural movement. Kids wore her jersey to school, families traveled across states, and office workers discussed women's basketball at the water cooler for the first time in decades. Merchandise sales skyrocketed 236% year-over-year. Not 36%, but 236%. That's not just growth, it's an explosion, and it all happened because one player turned down millions to build something lasting. Clark chose the bigger picture over the quick payday, and in doing so, she cemented her place as the most important figure in women's basketball.
They're trying to destroy her from within, and it's the players. Realistically, I know we're out of time. WNBA last year was the first year in its like 25, 30-year existence that it was profitable. Made $1 million. But it was the first time that it didn't lose money because the NBA supplements. When Caitlin Clark comes to town, you have to go from the 8,000 seat WNBA arena to the 30,000 seat whatever arena across town, because of ticket sales and all of the apparel and all of this stuff that's coming from Caitlin Clark. And you're just like, okay, but the league is totally destroying her. You know, they're trying.